Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Yesterday, I made a video on as I called it, a new front opened by the Russians in Kharkiv Oblast. That is, the Russian forces attacked and liberated or took over, conquered 6 villages. According to some, 5 villages, according to some, 7 villages. It's okay, they already conquered 4 more. So this was the article, the video that I used a few articles to explain, report what happened over there. And we have now about 5 articles and 2 maps to show you what happens in Kharkiv. And the situation is not, how should I put it, going very well for the Ukrainians, who claim that the situation is looking significantly aggravated. So the situation is aggravated according to Ukrainians. So Ukrainska Pravda comments or reports that Ukraine's commander-in-chief, the Russian General Syrsky, calls the situation in Kharkiv Oblast, and I'm quoting, significantly aggravated. So the Russians still advance, occupied 4 more on top of the 6 or 7 or 5, however you want to, whatever number you want to use. The Russian troops attack the outskirts of Kharkov, and the Ukrainians are evacuating about 4,000 people from the settlements where the Russians are coming. Let me just show you a map to start with, so we know where we can position all this. Well, this is the map of Ukraine. This is where the hostilities, or at least a direct contact, occurs. Kharkov Oblast is right here, and here is the city of Kharkiv, or Kharkiv by Ukrainians, Kharkov by the Russians. So here is where the new offensive, the new front opened up, which is the used to be called the gray area, the gray zone. Now it's no more the gray zone because the Russians crossed and are on this territory. This is Kharkiv, and the Russian troops attacked the outskirts. The Russians advanced over here in Kupiansk for the past 6-7 months, if not more than that. They pushed on, and it seems like they're gonna come here. Also in this video I will give you a report coming from the Institute for the Study of War, which is a Washington, D.C. based think tank. The president, her name I think is Keegan, she is the sister-in-law of Victoria Nuland, if that makes sense. So she is Zelensky Stein as well, married with a guy. The guy's brother is married with Nuland, Victoria Nuland. So Institute for the Study of War is usually 99% of the time used by Ukrainian media to tell us what's happening in Ukraine, because they are studying over there. I think that think tank is just a propaganda machine. I figured it out by comparing and contrasting their studies with reality on the front. But hey, that's me. So let's go to this article and see what do you mean by significantly aggravated. So this is the first one. Then we're going to go to this one from Ukrainska Pravda, Russian offensive in Kharkiv Oblast. Institute for the Study of War analyzes Russia's goals. They're going to tell us that. Russians attack Kharkiv outskirts. More than 4,000 people evacuated from settlements in Kharkiv region where hostilities intensified. All right, so let's see this one. This is the Russian Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Syrsky. The Ukrainian Zaluzny was kicked out by the Ukrainian Zelensky Stein. Commander-in-Chief Alexander Syrsky asserted that the Ukrainian army is aware of the Russians' plans and responds flexibly to all their operations, but described the situation in the Kharkiv Oblast as significantly aggravated, or dynamic, or tense. These are the 3 euphemisms used for we're fucked. Okay, remember that one. When you see aggravated, tense, or dynamic, or things like this, that means we are pounded. And I'm quoting Syrsky. We are aware of the enemy's plans. Me too. They want to just conquer and win, and can respond flexibly to all of his actions. No. Her action. All right? However we want to take it. Right. Now is Mother Russia, Fatherland, which one is it? To reinforce the defense, all required measures are implemented and decisions, including personnel ones, are made quickly. This week, the situation in Kharkiv Oblast deteriorated substantially. Currently, there are continuing battles along the state's border with Russia. The situation is challenging, but the defense forces are doing everything possible to maintain defensive lines and positions, resulting in defeat for the adversary. Okay, now that's one. Let's go to the next one, the Institute for the Study of War. Let's see, what do the Russians want? Correct? Correct. So they show you here the same map with a little boob profile, which is right here that I call in Kupiansk area. And we are right here. So this is the boob. This is Kharkiv city. Here is where the Russians invaded and attacked and advanced. So in a few words, our Institute for the Study of War will tell us their study, okay, the outcome of their study. Analysts at the Institute for the Study of War report that the Russians are pursuing several goals. Tell us, please, with their offensive in Kharkiv Oblast. 1. To draw Ukrainian forces away from other areas. Do you need a study for that? To advance within range of artillery fire on Kharkiv. Do you need a study for that? To create a buffer zone to protect Belgorod. They said that many times. And that being the Russians. And to limit Ukrainian counteroffensive operations in the region. Wow. Now that's a study from the Institute for the Study of War. All right, details. Details, we're not going to go into that. That's big enough as it is. Next one. Russians attack Kharkiv outskirts. And I'm going to show you another map, which is more detailed. Oh, the shoes. You want the shoes? Anyway, right here, this is another map that is more detailed about the attacks in Kharkov, which is right here. All right. So this is Kharkiv. All right, here's Kharkiv. And this is where the Russians are advancing and attacking and bombarding and moving towards the outskirts of Kharkiv. All right, let's this is how much these guys conquered. They said here 7 or 6 or 5 villages in this area, including this one, but they don't show it yet. And then we're going to show you 4 more that they liberated. Okay, so let's go to the article from Ukrainska Pravda. Russians attack Kharkiv outskirts. Kharkiv. Remember, Kharkiv, Kharkov, right here. Okay. Russian troops attacked a suburb of Kharkiv on Saturday evening. So that's Saturday morning here. Later, he reported a strike in the outskirts. The Air Force warned of the threat of ballistic missile attacks from the east, and an air raid warning was issued in a number of regions. Here they are. Ukrinform. More than 4,000 people have allegedly, I was thinking, what the hell allegedly? You either or. Already been evacuated from the settlements of the Kharkiv region, where the fighting has intensified. The head of the Kharkiv Regional Military Administration, Oleg Sinyahubov, reported this on Telegram. And they show us poor people moving away with their dogs. And that's the consequence of big profits by some companies. Banking system, international banking system. And I'm quoting. The evacuation of the population from the areas where the enemy has intensified hostilities continues. For more than 2 days, the Regional Military Administration, local administration, the Coordination Humanitarian Center, volunteers, police, and the State Emergency Service have evacuated more than 4,000 residents from settlements where there is a threat to the life and health of the civilians. So that's one. And the last article that I have here, Sputnik. Russian forces liberate 4 villages in Kharkov region. All right, it says reported on the progress. Russia's and this is took control over 4 villages in Kharkov region over the past 24 hours, the Russian ministry said. And these are Gatishche, Krasnoye, Morokovets, and Oleinkovo. None of this, maybe this one, was mentioned in this video that I made yesterday based on the 6 villages, if I remember correctly. So the situation is obviously bad for the Ukrainians. The Ukrainians claimed it's tense, dynamic, and what was the first word they used? The Russian general Sirsky, significantly aggravated. Now, obviously, they tried to pull forces from other areas in order to stop, which will allow the Russians to push on other fronts. That's one. The other one, you can imagine if it gets close to Kharkov, what show will unravel there. And we'll see. I don't think weapons necessarily would solve the Ukrainian problem. I read another article in which the Ukrainians said that they will take into consideration to start a general mobilization, which is everyone will gonna go and fight, not only the ones here, because as they worded in that article, we can have part of the society of fighting and the other ones just living their lives. We have to have everybody over there, so the peaceful living of lives in Ukraine will come to an end, according to that guy. I will cover that in another video. So this is it for Kharkov as of now. What's the 12th of May 2024. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and then be just. See you later, my friends.